If you work with my family, they won't pay you.
Well, then what are we going to do for a job? If we can't go there and have any type of a life, why would we do this?
90 Day Fiancé the other way, Shekinah is annoyed at Sarper for keeping his little black book and his bottle collection, so she's bringing something of her own to Turkey, a 143-page letter that one of her exes wrote for her.
He went to the boarding school that I went to, and we were madly in love, and we were forbidden from speaking to each other. We couldn't even be in the same room together because it was a very strict Christian school. So we resorted to writing letters, and he wrote me a 143-page letter, and I saved it for many years because it was just really very special to me, and it was like the longest letter I'd ever heard of. I was like, let me just bring this with me to Turkey and put this and give him a dose of his own medicine and see how he does with something from my past. Because I have been so patient with him, and he should know that I mean business.
Statler is prepping to move across the pond with Dempsey, but Dempsey just sold her home and was planning on living in a camper, which Statler is a bit stressed out about.
Dempsey sold me the idea kind of as like carefree and easygoing, and it's actually been a lot of decisions and super hectic. And with my ADHD and the way my brain works, it's really been overwhelming for me, so I'm just kind of checked out. I have anxiety about like leaving the country and living in a van, traveling full-time for the first time, and just being worried about all of that just paralyzes me.
Yeah, I've been left with a lot to deal with. You just like don't want to talk.
Yeah.
You deal with it all, and I'll see you when I land.
Yeah, you have done the majority of everything, so I appreciate that.
Honestly, Statler's reaction is pretty relatable, and I too would be concerned about not having a bathtub.
This is not something I would normally do if I were not in love. I'm not just moving countries, I'm learning a new way of life. If it were a vacation, it would be nice and easy, and I could come back afterwards and, you know, have my bathtub and my shower and my washing machine. But this, like, I think on paper this sounds very romantic. No, I think on paper it also sounds crazy. Actually, it's crazy. I know it's crazy. It feels crazy. I just hope I don't end up homeless and heartbroken in the middle of Europe.
Dempsey met up with a friend and admitted that she's concerned about how Statler will handle van life.
Are you sure Statler's the right person to be doing the trip with?
I don't know. I don't think that living in a van and travelling around is like her ideal. I think that she likes to have like more structure in her life and know where she's going to be and what she's going to do and where she's going to work and stuff like that.
What if you get like halfway through your route and she's like, I can't do this anymore?
Well, I didn't really think of that.
She could.
She could, yeah. I really do want this relationship to work out. But the truth is, we really don't know each other all that well. We are complete opposites. And I honestly really don't know what will happen between us if she can't handle life on the road.
James was taking Natalia to the airport to head to Indonesia, and the topic of what he'll be doing for work when he makes the big move came up. He thought he'd be working for her family, but she says that they're not going to pay him, which left him shocked.
If you work with my family, they won't pay you.
Well, then what are we going to do for a job? Because you said it was going to be a job, but now you're telling me I'm not going to make any money working for them?
They never pay for a family.
Okay, then why did we make that our plan, that we were going to do that as a job?
No,
If we can't go there and have any type of a life, why would we do this? I'm not going to move somewhere if I can't take care of you. That's very unsettling.
We can just get the banana chip from my dad's house, and then we go to another city to sell it there.
We're buying the chips from him, and then we're selling them ourselves, commissions.
Exactly.
The whole convo that they were having sounded like something they should have talked about before they headed to the airport.
So how long do you think it'll take us before we make any type of money?
That's the thing. It's so many banana chips in Indonesia. We need to like fight for even get to the store.
You're making it sound like it's not going to be profitable. Like, yes or no? Are we going to make money or not? Yes or no?
Yes, we can, but we need to do it really good.
I hate that we're having this conversation right here, right now.
Do you think I'm not hate to have a conversation last minute about JoJo?
James has been dragging his feet about telling his family about the big move. And maybe that has something to do with the fact that he revealed that he has done this before in the past.
This will be the second time I've done something like this. I was married once previously, and we were in Maine for about 6 months before my ex decided she didn't want to be here anymore due to the cold. So she made me move to Florida. I actually said I didn't want to go, but at that point, she made it very clear that she was going to go with or without me. When I left, my family had to downsize the entire company. There was not enough mechanics to do all the work. I felt guilty for leaving everybody else behind, and we were married for less than a year.
He broke the news about the move to his brother, who was shocked.
What do you mean you're not coming back?
Like, ever?
She's had a hard time acclimating to being here. So plans to permanently make the move over there. And I leave in a week.
You leave in a week.
And Mom and Dad do not know. So,
I mean, you gotta tell them.
yes, I'm gonna be telling them tomorrow.
So I'm guessing you're quitting?
Yeah.
He told his brother and his sister-in-law that he doesn't want to have kids, and they're concerned that might affect things even more with Natalia.
I'm just trying to show her that I'm willing to do anything for her out of love for her.
Right, but is children one of them? Will you give her a child one day?
I don't know. I can't answer that question. But that's
really
can't
important.
answer that yet.
I would just hate to see you go through all this work to get there and establish yourselves, and then for your relationship to be hurt because you hadn't told her that you actually don't want kids one day. I've seen marriages fail because someone didn't talk about that soon enough.
Natalia will always be the priority in my life. I am moving to Indonesia for Tata. I'm leaving everything behind. But I know decisions have huge consequences. If I say I don't want to have children, period, I'm not sure how Tata will accept that. That could cause the biggest rift that could possibly break us apart. And I can't lose her.
Good luck.